Hey, Carp Anglers! Welcome to the show. James Anderson from Team Fish Fighters and Bottom Feeder Baits.
Daniel Irish from USA CARP Guide and Bottom Feeder Baits.
Tommy Pearson from Team Fish Fighters, USA CARP Guide, Bottom Feeder Baits.
He said, I'm taking them all, I'm getting them all.
Shout out to all the sponsors.
Yeah.
What else you got? RW, you got...
I mean, really, man, I
Did you forget to renew a lot of your sponsors?
No, I mean, I just
The 2026 contract.
been trying to work on me, man. I ain't really, fishing's really just not been at the top of my list within the last 10, 11, 12 months, so I fished a little bit, but...
Well, guys, new year. Happy New Year, 2026. Welcome back. We're back.
Yeah.
We took about a good 2 weeks off. Last time we was on air, I believe it was December 17th, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
We had to get by Christmas Eve and then New Year's Eve.
I'm glad it's out of the way.
It's out. I'm gone. I'm glad.
Yeah.
I'm glad it's
Well,
over.
not just that, but that just means fishing season's right.
The days are getting longer.
Yeah.
We have some 60-degree weather coming up. I'm excited.
Yeah.
We had that today. It was,
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't warm, but it was fishing weather today.
Yeah, it definitely
it
was.
was.
I bet they were moving.
Did you guys have a good Christmas and New Year's?
Yeah. Busy, with
Busy, yeah. So.
family everywhere, but
Family, yeah. So.
It's a blessing.
Yeah, that's all it is. I feel like I was a little bit on the naughty list. I didn't get exactly what I want for Christmas, but that's fine. I was with family, people I love. I mean,
Sounds about right.
yeah.
I mean, at least my way anyways, you know what I mean?
Me and Santa Claus got to talk a little bit later on, but
Yeah.
put them in a full Nelson.
dang it, Santa, you didn't get what I want. Oh my gosh!
Yeah, pretty good year though.
Yeah.
2025 wasn't bad.
Yeah, it was fun.
Real quick, we have a fishing expo. We need to start advertising. This is like 3 weeks away for a fishing expo up in Massachusetts. I keep saying that wrong. Yes, is it in Massachusetts? Isn't it?
I think it's Marlboro, Massachusetts.
Marlboro, Massachusetts. Yes, there it is, right
Should
there.
be right here. Yeah, Marlboro, Massachusetts.
Yes.
January 30th, 31st, and February 1st.
Bottom feeder baits. We're going to have a whole line of carp anglers, vendors going to be there. Excited to see all kinds of. I'm going to finally meet Dave from Outdoors.
He shares a lot of
Oh my
stuff.
gosh, that was awesome. Just wait.
He's very in tune, man, getting the word out and stuff.
Yeah, Dave's a really cool guy. I
Yeah.
like him a lot. RJ,
RJ,
from Connecticut Custom Tackle, he's going to be there. that's gonna
Also, here soon after that event, then we have our
Our 2026
the Indianapolis,
annual
Indiana. Yeah.
Yeah, the Indianapolis one.
chili meat.
What is that thing?
I hate to say that I'm more excited about that one, but I really am.
Well,
That
ours-
one's
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
it's just something we've been doing for a long time.
I mean,
Yeah, I'm
I haven't
trying
been
to
to
get a lot of
Massachusetts yet. You know what I mean? And I am excited to get out of town a little bit. Meet a lot of anglers that you see the name and they actually put the face
Yeah.
to it.
That's what's going to be fun for me is, like you say, putting a name to a face and being like, oh, okay, I'm RJ, for instance, or, finally meeting Dave, like
It
you said.
happened
That's
to
what's
you
gonna
in
be
New
cool.
York, really.
Yeah.
When he was in New York, he got to meet so many people that he had
Yeah, it
talked
was
to,
nuts.
or been on the podcast, and just people that he never
Like
seen.
Fred. I got to meet Fred for the first time, which
Right.
I think Fred will be
Met
there
Fred,
too,
yeah.
so that'll be cool.
It'd be nice if we could pull some of them vendors
Yeah.
and maybe give them another opportunity to sell some of their products and show their products, maybe try to pull them into our chili meat.
Do you guys ever have the problem? Because we're always on Facebook videos all the time and all that stuff, and people come up to you and say, "Hey, James, how you doing?" All that stuff, and you're like looking at him like a deer in a headlight, and like, I know this guy, but I don't know him. And
Yeah.
you're just trying to get the information. Hey, yeah, how's it? How's the kid? Kids, wife? You're just trying to fill him out a little bit, like you do know him.
Yeah, that's when I just have to be like, hey, bro, I'm sorry. Who?
Oh, you're honest about it?
Yeah,
I am not honest at
I have
all.
to be.
I am not.
So you
I play it.
You play it.
I play the game.
I can't.
You can't pretend like you know somebody.
Because then it gets weird. Then
because then you're trying to carry on a conversation and you're like, well,
it's way too deep, and you're like, what's your?
I want this person to feel special. Yeah, I know you. How you doing?
the first person that ever came up to me like that. Well, it really happened to me twice. I was in North Carolina once, and then we was at the chili meet when Delbert Tracy came up to me. He's an old school black guy. And he came up to me and was like, "Man, I've watched all your videos."
I know who you're talking about. And
then the second time, I was I was at Ward's, and I was fishing at the very end. As soon as you pull in, and this white truck pulls up, and this little kid gets out, and he's standing there. And the next thing you know, I assume his father got out.
Yeah.
And his father was like a fire chief.
Okay.
For fire. He was in his full outfit, badge on and everything.
Okay. Yeah.
And him and his son came over, and his son was like, "Are you Thomas Pearson?" Which I had Team Fishwire stuff on.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah. He's like, "Man, I've watched all your videos." And I literally talked to him for like almost 2 hours before they even left. So that it is pretty cool.
Yeah.
When somebody notices you from a video of you trying to help other people. You know what I mean? Because really, at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. It's helping the next generation of carp fishermen.
Because my problem is I'm just so doggone airheaded. I mean, I am so airheaded.
You just got a lot of shit going on.
I do got a lot of stuff, but still,
on.
like,
People need to understand.
I'll admit I'm airheaded. I mean, I can't.
Family, work, fishing.
Yeah, I'm terrible
bottom
with
feeder
names,
baits,
so.
just the whole nine. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
it's a lot to get a hold on when there's thousands of people that are seeing these videos. Maybe not all at once, but over time. You know what I mean?
It's pretty cool to think about that. When you do look at view counts and stuff like that. I had a conversation with Kenny, and he was, a little down about one of our view counts on our video, but I was like, you got to think about it. If you had 40-something people standing in this room right now watching you say something, you'd be a little nervous about it. You'd be like, damn, it's a good amount of people in here. Like, let's get some of these people out of here. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about perspective, I feel like.
And pushing.
Mm-hmm.
I think that should be one of our main goals this year is to push our videos more.
Yeah. And
wake up every day, share them.
Yeah.
Even if nobody's sharing them with you, eventually they're going to get tired of seeing them, or they're eventually going to start sharing them on an everyday basis.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you got some great content coming out.
Thank you very much.
Oh, I'm like, he's on TikTok a lot. I mean, I'm going through TikTok. USA CARP. I like the little videos,
the little reels and stuff.
Yeah,
thank you. Yeah, I've been working pretty hard. These last 4, 5, 6 weeks, trying to get something out every day. And then we finally had that one that got like 40,000 views or something like that, and it went over to Europe. And so we have some European anglers messaging us for USA CARP Guide, so that's pretty cool. It feels like we finally got our foot in the door.
Well, there you go. So
it takes time, man.
Yep.
It takes time, dedication,
persistence.
Like I said, consistent pushing the videos too.
Earlier today we was just talking about just earlier in our conversation we was just talking about RJ from Custom Tackle.
Connecticut Custom Tackle.
He recommended these two of his teammates, and I have heard of them a lot. That no stranger to the carp community.
Yeah.
Sam and Lia. Am I saying that right? Lia? Yeah. What's up, guys? How you guys doing?
Hey, how you guys doing? Awesome. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Welcome to the show.
Man, how's the weather up there now?
Given it's actually not too bad. I mean, any day that you're in low 30s, I'm a little cold-blooded, so I don't mind the cold.
Me either.
So you're thinking about fishing.
You
guys got the ice on the lake and all that stuff?
Yeah, that's the thing, dude. Is most of the bodies of water up here are frozen over. So unless you're into ice fishing,
I do like ice fishing. I do.
You're not really getting out there.
Yeah, I do love ice fishing.
You can catch carp through the ice, though.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That's a proven fact.
Oh, I also wanted to give a shout out to all those anglers out there that's actually doing it, going on the ice and fishing for those carp. I think you guys are like the real true warriors of carp community. Keep it up, guys. You guys are doing a great job.
Yeah, it's definitely another skill set.
Photos,
you know,
videos. Yeah.
It's very cool.
Corn.
Mm-hmm.
Especially this time of year. I like using corn all year round.
So, you know, without giving away too much information, if you don't want to, you know, where are you guys located? Where are you at?
Oh, we're in Revere, Mass. We're like legit 10 minutes north of downtown Boston.
Okay.
Cool.
So, yeah, it's cool because we're like 45 minutes from like the Merrimack River. You know, we're like an hour and a half from the Connecticut River.
Nice.
And we're right on the Charles River. So,
okay.
So it's sweet for fishing, you know.
Right.
Yeah, so a lot of the venues, a lot of the swims that you pick, are those, you know, river swims? Is that predominantly what you fish?
In 2025, it kind of became that, honestly. I was like, I've only really been fishing for carp for like 3 years, but I was definitely mostly a lake guy, but I've like gotten more comfortable on rivers, you know.
Nice.
Okay. So you say that, you know, you've only been fishing for carp for about, you know, 3 years, which it honestly isn't too long. What got you into carp? You know, did you just see him one day, or was there a buddy that got you into it, or how did you come about that?
Yeah, dude, I can peg this on one guy, this guy Brian from Woburn. This guy, I would see him fish for carp up there, and he would have the whole setup, the rod pod and the alarms, and then one day, I don't know how it happened. He was banging on fish. I showed up to, I forgot. I think we were trout fishing, or bass or trout fishing.
Okay.
And I think he was just like, hey, you guys want a hit of this? And then, you know, and then, you know, his alarms went off and we got on our first carp. And, dude, the rest was history, you know.
It was basically the alarms and the lights that attracted you to the European style stuff.
Well, I mean, it was cool. He had everything, to be fair. He had the cradle and we were always big on fish care. We honestly, dude, if you guys would believe this, we started fishing after COVID. So I really hadn't touched a fishing pole at all until you know, the pandemic and yeah, it's interesting. We got on our first fish. I remember perch. Perch was the first fish that we ever caught, and I remember bringing the fish up on the bank, and it didn't take more than a couple times of like dragging the fish up on the bank to say like, whoa, we should care for these guys. Right. So seriously, we got a net, and ever since like our third time that we actually got on fish, because so we started trying to fish in 2020. We didn't catch a single fish that year, if you believe it. It wasn't until later. I'm sorry, what was that?
All year? You say you didn't catch a fish all year, 2020?
Dude, I mean, all year. I mean, we were out there with circle hooks, Senkos on circle hooks. I mean, we just trying everything, dude. It was crazy.
Even the fish seemed on COVID. I mean, they didn't want to get out because
they're like, nah, bro, we don't touch that. We're sure to get sick.
But where was it? Yeah? So when we finally did get on fish, I remember we thought like, man, we can't be dragging these fish up on the bank. So every largemouth bass that we've ever caught, every rainbow trout has seen the bottom of a net, because it very quickly we became like all about fish care. Right. And then when we found out about carp, and like you need a big bed to like put them on and a special net, I don't know, it just called to us. We're like, wow, like there's like a type of fish where taking care of the fish is the cool part about it, you know, if that makes sense. So we were, you know, that was it, dude. The rest was history, you know.
Okay. All right. So how did you guys get hook up with RJ?
Ooh, RJ, dude, I met RJ 2 years ago at the LGI in Northampton, Massachusetts. Okay. We met in passing, but it wasn't until last year, 2025, that we really got to sit down and hang out. Mm-hmm. We ran into each other on the bank like more than a few times during the summer. And then, you know, I became a fan of the way he talks about carp, and he, it just became like a mutual thing, you know. If I meet a guy and he loves carp and taking care of them, then I'm gonna get along with him, you know.
Yeah. That's a good way to start, though.
Yeah.
Just them just having passion about just caring for the fish.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's what that's what I like most about what you said is that you wanted to fish for carp because of the care for the fish. You know, it looks like you saw that. Oh, I don't want to drag these largemouth bass or these trout up on the rocks or on the grass, when we catch them, so let's net them. And then, you see a guy with a big cradle and you're like, oh, well, that's a step up from what I'm doing. What do you put in that? Mm-hmm. What do you use to catch that, So that's pretty cool. I like that you started with the carp care.
Yeah.
Yeah. And besides, like, I tell people when I run into them, like just strangers on the bank, having a net is so awesome because when you net the fish, it gives you a chance to breathe, a chance to clean the fish, to unhook the fish, to get the camera ready. And, normally you're trying to squeeze all those actions in the time that you're holding the fish out of water and you're just fumbling around. It just becomes like a mess. So I think when you have a net, it's just like a little it's like a little room, and you're just holding them, just do what you got to do. And then the fish has the best experience possible as far as being caught and released by a human,
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely. So, now another question. Now, you don't hear too many, you do very, very rarely. You got a father and a daughter team. And that's awesome. Family together, I always say, a family that fishes together stays together. Mm-hmm. But what is it like for like a father and daughter going out there to to the lake all the time, and you guys talk? Catch up on a lot of stuff, how life is, and just you guys help each other fish. You guys give out each other pointers. What's it like?
Yeah, James, it's funny that you should say that because we started fishing a couple years ago, so she was still in high school, and we were living together, but now she's off to college and she's dorming, and it's become like what you said, where I'm not just taking her along anymore. Now we're like talking about what happened in the weeks since I last saw her, as a parent, that's like super bittersweet, right? You're like catching up, and then but not having your fishing partner around is devastating.
So would you say she's at the point to where she's out fishing you?
Nope.
Is that kind of what you're saying?
Dude, if there was some sort of fish counter, oh man, I'm way behind. And if I'm close at all, it's only because I go out on my own and fish. Yeah, as far as when we fish together, actually, this is sort of really truly unbelievable. So we've caught hundreds of carp between us, and nice. I've only taken 2 fish from her. So as far as 2 fish that I got to the rod first before she did, and one of those fish was at a undisclosed location up in New Hampshire, and that fish ended up being my PB my PB mirror. It was a 37-pound mirror.
Nice.
And and it was it's like a super leathery carp. It was a mirror, but it had no scale. Yeah. And then recently I took only the second fish I've ever taken from her. It was sort of a joke. I was like, you know what, Leah, you can't get all these fish, and it ended up being what I've learned to call a pocketbook carp, like about 8 inches long, the smallest carp I've ever caught. So the 2 fish that I've taken from her are the biggest carp I've ever caught and the smallest carp I've ever caught.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So your personal best is 37 something, and what's hers?
Her PB is 30.
33. for a
Nice.
He robbed her from out of 4 pounds. He robbed her out of 4 pounds.
That's what it sounds like. I'm like, wow.
Yeah, we have Dave in here, and he's saying that if you can't beat her, then you trip her.
Yeah, he said, he said,
Yeah.
He snatched that rod right out of her hands.
Okay, yeah, that's what I kind of pushed this. He was for the.
Yeah, dude, that story, dude. You know, one time I went fishing with Dave, and this guy Fred was there. Fred picked up the rod, dude, and we were with this dude Rob, and his PB at the time was like 22. Wow. And then he was like, "Hey, Rob, do you want this fish? It'll be your PB." And Rob was like, "No, it's okay, man. I mean, you know, we weren't really catching like 30s that day, but." Right. But then I was like, I ran up to the rod. I don't know why, and I took it, and I was like, dude, I'll take this, you know. And it ended up being like a 29-pounder. It was like the biggest fish of the day. Wow. So ever since then, dude, Dave will not let me live that down, dude.
Now, a lot of women, when they go out fish, do you make the pack bait for her, or does she make it for herself?
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask.
Too. I just took it from you.
No, see, you're wrong.
I stole your thunder, didn't I?
No, I was going to. I mean, it's kind of the same question, but I was going to ask if they do like a boilie campaign type. Okay, you know, when they go. Oh yeah. Or do they use pack bait? You know what I mean?
Good call. Good call.
We got
take that.
It really depends. Like, usually, if he picks me up to go fishing, he'll have it already made. But he's definitely made me make it to like get my hands dirty.
Right.
Yeah, he's never like made sure that I'm just like a little princess there. He's always had me do something with my hands with fishing.
She's chopped up probably thousands upon thousands of boilies, and she's my personal boilie chopper. Yeah.
So you guys are using PVA bags and all that.
Well, yeah. Well, we use, honestly, when we fish, sort of like competitions, you know, we'll use like boilies, but for the most part, I'm a particle guy, dude. Boilies are just too expensive, dude. You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I could dig it. Yeah.
You guys should look up recipes on making your own and make it a little bit cheaper on you guys.
Yeah.
Or pack bait. I'm a pack bait guy. Honestly, I'll get into argument. I'll fight the boilie guys all day and the part whatever. I stick by my oats and my can of corn, and I believe it'll catch fish anywhere. You know.
Right.
Yeah.
I used to be like that too.
I was gonna say you guys changed me a little bit in New York. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, like when when you get into different territories, you know what I'm saying. Like you have to adapt to your environment. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
And like I started out, we just throwing pack, and then it got to the point where I was like, I'm tired of catching 20-pound fish. Like it's a blessing to be able to catch 20-pound fish, but I went up there and I searched for the biggest boilies that we had.
Yeah.
I threw 2 of them out there.
Donkey chokers.
Yeah,
yeah.
2 of them.
Yeah.
And I threw them as far as I could.
I was going to say just as far as you could throw them.
As far as I could throw them.
Yep. Get anything?
Huh?
Did you get anything?
Yeah. It was actually kind of surprising, you know, because I've never concentrated on boilies like that. You know what I mean?
I'm not much of a boilie person.
And then Justin hit that almost 38 pounder on the smallest piece of fake corn that you could possibly think of.
Yeah.
Wow. So it's a hit and miss, and they both work, but it's what you stay consistent with. You know what I mean?
Right. Gotcha.
At the time of where you're at.
And that opened my mind to not only just naked and afraid with okay, I got to get this boilie out there and let's get it far out there past these fish.
Yeah.
That opened my mind, and then also like you said, watching Justin catch a fish on just one little piece of corn.
Oh, that's right. I forgot you guys went to that tournament together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that
Austin Anderson's really what made me think outside the box like that of your fishing pile, where you're fishing at, because he was taking our stuff out there in this boat, and this boat is going 300 yards out, and I'm like, why ain't he building up a pile? And then we was talking about it. He told me, he was like, I don't want to catch the fish that we've already been catching or has been caught last week. Yeah. I want the one fish that's just going to be swimming by that's never been caught before.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
gotcha.
That's when I started calling it Naked and Afraid. Mm-hmm. Every time I cast, Naked and Afraid.
We got RJ in here, and he wants to know, how was the lake house trip, Lia?
It was fun. The first one or
No, he's talking about the second.
yeah, it was fun. We caught a lot of fish towards the end, but like the last night, it was just like so much was going on. I tripped and I stepped on my ankle and like sprained it.
Ouch.
And so, literally, right when that happened, the fish were just going crazy, and he had to deal with it. And my mom too. They were just like, and I was like literally watching them from the porch, just like seeing them catch all the carp, and I was just there with my. But, I mean, I still caught some, so it was still fun, definitely.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have, if I hurt my ankle, I would have had him just set me out there by the rod pod. And I just sat on the ground by the rod pod and just kept catching them,
All right, here's another question. I mean, got the father and daughter team, and you just mentioned your mother. Does your wife come down there, or your mother come down there and fish with you guys too? Out to the lake?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're lucky, dude. When the three of us go out, the three of us we're in it. We're all there for carp. We're there for getting on them. And luckily, I don't have them wandering off or doing their own thing. We're all just kind of fully engaged, talking about what we can do to if, let's say, we're not catching, try to figure out what we can do to catch them, or we'll talk about where to go next. Maybe we should pack up and move to another swim.
Nice.
But
it's a blessing.
it's always truly it really is to go out and just be like, carp is our thing for the next 3-4 hours. That's it, or that's all we're gonna talk about. That's all we're gonna do. And I'm lucky that they play along, with my games.
Yeah,
my
that's real cool, though.
It is. It's definitely a good thing that the whole family's involved. Because I've been carp fishing a long time, and I know you guys have too, and I've seen carp fishing ruin some relationships. You know what I mean? Because it's so addicting. You know what I mean? So
you going out again?
I mean, yeah, babe. Every Sunday, I go every Sunday, just like you go to tanning every other day, and you blah blah blah. You know what I mean? Like,
realistically, because there was a guy that we took out on a free trip last year, and when he came back, he didn't have anybody to pick him up because she broke up with him over the course of the trip. So it's like, woo!
So that's a blessing.
You just don't need that kind of negativity.
Yeah. So for you, to have your own little team over there, and for you to be able to say, okay, everybody, for the next 3, 4, 5 hours, like you said, we're going to be Team Carp, and this is all we're going to do, and we're going to put all our energy towards this. I think that's a really, really healthy outlet, especially being outside all together. It's very cool, and like Tommy's saying, that's something that you don't get to see. Usually you see, a father and a daughter, or a husband and a wife, but rarely do you ever see, the trifecta of the whole family coming together and getting out there.
Right.
Yeah, I'm lucky. These guys, cool things like in the city too. We'll go out for really nice dinners where we all dress up, and to see them get just as excited about landing some carp as they, genuinely, and it's like genuinely excited to go out and catch some carp as they are for a dinner out in town, or we'll go see like we do a lot of live concerts or comedy shows, stuff like that. So it's really cool to have them love it as much as I do, I guess, simply.
That right there really just goes to show you how much times have changed.
Yeah.
Because I remember when I was growing up, I didn't know anything about carp care. All I was worried about was getting a fish in, catching another one. I didn't know nothing about protecting it, landing mat, none of that. Most of the pay lakes I fished had concrete all around them,
Yep.
Gravel everywhere.
It just goes to show you how much times have changed, and how much more people are getting into carp fishing.
It's growing like a weed now.
And not only that, but it's I feel like it used to be an escape, as much as it's like an escape from your house life, So
just
getting away from
everyday life in general.
Yeah, so getting away from your family, and okay, let's get away from this. And now it seems more of okay, let's take the family, let's get out there together, let's get into nature together. This is something that I want to share with you instead of you stay in the house, you take care of the kids. I'm gonna go fish because I feel like, you know, especially seeing my dad, that's what it used to be. It used to be, you know, we're gonna go hit it every Saturday. We're gonna go fish. I don't know what you're gonna do, but we're going fishing. And it's more of a, hey, you want to come fish with us and stuff like that nowadays. So it's really cool to see the change, like you're saying.
That and see new carp anglers that are going to be coming up and seeing them and seeing her too. You know, seeing a young lady like that, you know, fishing too will spark interest in other young women too. Yeah, you know.
Yeah. Do you guys ever thought about getting into carp tournaments later on in the future?
That is all we've been talking about. You know, we just there's a bit of a barrier, you know, monetarily because some of these things are expensive to get into, but that is the next thing. Like I want to be able to, I want to maybe shrink because we do a lot of like Airbnb trips. We'll go to rent like and just search for carp that way. Yeah. So I told them this year, let's focus maybe less on the Airbnb trips and just random river trips and try to work our way into some of these tournaments, and because there's so many around here that I just like I'm chomping at the bit to just get into, you know, guy. I want to see how I do, you know. It just you never know until you try, you know. But I'm confident.
Absolutely right.
And then with her and my wife, I mean, I feel like we just like I don't really need much else than that, you know. I got knowledgeable carpers here, you know.
You have a full team too. So,
yeah, that's cool.
You got that handle. You don't have to look for no teammates.
There
is a lot of money involved. You know, most tournaments are $1,000 to $1,250. You know, per entry.
Now, let's just say you did get into a carp tournament team, whatever. What would you call your team?
Ooh. You know, our Instagram name is Common Catch, so I don't know, something along those lines. All something right, working carp in, you know. Team Common Catch.
So, you know, you said that you do a lot of these Airbnbs and things like that. Are those areas around you, or are you looking out towards the Midwest and you know, even further west, like Texas and California and stuff like that, or is it just solely around you?
For now, it's been around us, New Hampshire, Connecticut, New York. But we're looking for next year. I mean, again, because we're really like eyeing the tournament thing, but we have our eyes set on going down to Dale Hollow for a trip. Yeah. So that's kind of like our next thing. But like I said, we'll see. You know, we'll see. You know how things work out. I know that everything has worked out to, even when we don't feel like it, it always works to our benefit. You know, we're blessed to be able to look at it like that. So it'll come. Everything comes when it needs to come. You know.
Yeah, I know a guide service in Dale Hollow.
Yeah, if I was going to say the same thing, we know a guide service.
I know a guy.
In Dale Hollow, man.
Yeah,
Put you on some nice.
I know, guys.
They'll get you out.
Actually, I've gotten to shake Kenny Mac's hand. He was at the LGI in 2024. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I got to hang out with him for a little bit then. You know,
his hands are real soft.
And we yeah.
Phil Daniels' hands from doing all the work. Kenny's a good guy, man. He'll definitely, you know, if that's the route that you guys choose to go, he'll definitely, you know, he's definitely going to treat you like family. You guys are definitely going to eat good, you know, have a good time.
It'd be cool to meet you.
Yeah, for sure.
What's one thing that you guys hate about carp fishing? Start with you first. Go ahead.
Look, she looks like she's ready. She's ready. I see
the light bulb above.
I'd say the smell. That's the biggest thing. I don't feel like anything else.
The smell of the fish or the smell of the bait?
No, the smell of like the aftermath, like when you leave everything to dry, the net and the definitely
my answer too. I agree. That carp smell. God, I mean, even like we do such a good job airing out.
I don't know. I
doesn't
gotta
help.
disagree with you guys. I feel like there's something sexy about a carp smell.
It's because it's like
It is.
nostalgic. It's like nostalgic for us. I feel like. 'Cause,
I
like
know.
that's what like a pay lake used to
Carp
smell
pheromones.
like when I used to walk up to it.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna have to agree with her. You know what I mean? Like I
Smell?
love carp fishing. I've been doing it a very very
Yeah.
long time. You know,
Okay.
you don't think about none of that while you're fishing.
No.
You
Right.
know, especially
No,
if
I
you're in a
don't.
tournament, you know, for 101 hours or more, or even if you're fishing a pay lake tournament, you know, from 9 in the morning till 5 in the evening. That smell, none of that even matters because I'm smelling so many different flavors because I'm trying to figure out what pickup they might want.
Right.
You know, so I'm smelling strawberry,
Right.
grape, blueberry,
Uh,
whatever it may be.
Hey, that's another question for you anglers that's watching the show. If you guys ain't got any questions for them, let us know. Also, what do you guys hate about carp fishing? What's one thing that bugs you the most about carp fishing that you just can't stand sometimes after the aftermath?
start?
Or
Let's say, can I start?
No, go ahead.
Anymore? Just all the anglers.
The anglers, the gripe.
Nah, just I'm better than him. He's
Oh, the
better than
competition.
him. This
Yeah.
flavor is better than that flavor.
Showboaters.
You know?
Showboaters.
Well, I mean, I
No?
think 2026 should just be about, you know, fish and shut up,
Yeah, and
you know.
I like that you said that because I actually on my TikTok I had somebody comment. I think it was Noah Caldoweller. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing your last name, Noah. But he was like, "Yeah, I like this video. I was gonna make one, but you beat me to it." And I was like, "There's none of that. There's no nobody beats anybody to anything.
Right.
We're in the stage that we all have to work together as a carp community. If you like something that I post or whatever, feel free to take it and run with it. Post the exact same thing. We need more eyes on this whole sport
It's just all
together."
the trash talking, you know. What I mean?
Yeah.
I think-
and that's I agree with
Some
you.
of these
So we
guys
need
are
to-
so good, and they're the best at being a pay laker
Right.
or a wild water guy. Then switch it up.
Yeah.
Quit fishing the pay lakes and go fish the wild, and let's see how good you are there fishing up
Yeah.
against some of the best fishermen in the world.
Yeah,
That
literally.
carp fishermen who will probably put you to shame because, you know,
Right.
it's just stuff is just not the same
My-
in different places.
My thing is carrying all the carp gear to one spot to another spot.
That's why I got a wagon.
unpacking.
That's what the new guy is for.
Sometimes you don't
Right.
have to.
Sometimes we
When me and my wife go out, you know, we go out fishing all the time. I'm the carry boy. You
Oh,
know.
I know. I've seen it.
Like,
Does your dad
it's
make
like
you
we wanna
carry
go camping,
everything?
It's like it's more luggage than what we. But it's fine. It's fine.
Does your dad make you carry everything, or do you sit there?
No. We split it.
Okay, that's good.
He makes you pull your weight. Okay, I got you.
We split it proportionally. You know, I don't give. You know, we.
Well, you done sold her per PB. I mean, geez.
Right.
Now, how much?
that PB that was at 3 in the morning. She just got up a
Gotcha.
couple seconds late.
Okay. Yeah.
So, what would you say your carp gear looks like now compared to when you first started?
Well, there you go. You got more?
Yeah. That's funny you say that. We were looking through some old pictures, and I have so many pictures from when I first started the first year. I used an Amazon rod pod and the Amazon alarms.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I was lucky enough to be able to fish next to a bunch of guys who gave me their opinions on gear while I was using my Amazon gear.
Right.
And I watched a ton of videos, and now, I have, I think for alarms, is like the most important thing. I have a set of Beltons for alarms.
Ooh, nice.
Rods and reels, I'm using Sonic Insurgent rod and reels at the moment. And I use bank sticks for the most part.
Okay.
But I do have a couple rod pods just in case.
Well, the good thing about bank sticks is you can place them anywhere.
Yeah.
Let me just make a little path right here, real quick, and toss it off the bank.
Yeah. Let me just put it between you guys right here.
Yeah.
The one's catching on stage.
Yeah, exactly. I have a bivvy I've never used once. I really would love to get out this year and actually, sleep in it.
It's hard to sleep when you're carp fishing,
I
Yeah.
tell you,
unless you've
thinking
been up
of,
for 3 days.
I got a bunch of bivvies myself, and it is time consuming putting all these things together on bivvies. But then me and my wife, we went to go get a tent. I want to. It's an orange tent. I want to say it's elk. Is it elk? It takes 60 seconds to pop up. It's one of the. I would never go to another one either. I mean, you could even rip the bottom off. You know what I mean? So it'd be where you take the whole bottom layer off. Man, what is the name of that?
Huh.
Deer in the headlight. There you go. Right there.
Yep.
Gone.
He's hit.
Gone.
Yeah, like you're saying, the bivvies are sometimes a pain, but once you kind of like get them, once you like understand how they like triple fold on itself, like it's a little easy. But I agree, it is a pain, and luckily I have Austin that just sets everything up as I take stuff off the boat. Right. He sets up camp, so I usually don't have to worry about it. Luckily.
One of our teammates, Paul Metz, he's got a question for you.
Paul Metz, who's that?
He said, I have a question. Have you ever had a friend or non-friend angler give you something for you to try and tell you to keep if you like? It is yours. If not, give it back, or keep it, give it to someone else.
No, but I've done that in spirit. A lot of the old gear every piece of old gear that I've had from the beginning days, I've given away. I always, not always, I guess currently I don't, but there's been times where I have a couple of old yoga mats in my car, and I'll give them away to guys because there's a lot of guys that carp up here in Boston, and I mean a lot, but they haven't really gone fully into the carp care, the rod pod. They just kind of go out there with the rod and some corn. So I just try to, as far as rod pods and alarms go, I really don't care if people use them. But what I really don't like to see, I mean, I won't ever really say anything, but what I don't like to see is carp dragged up on the bank and get all destroyed. So when I can, I'll offer people a bed, and I've given people beds. I've given people alarms and bank sticks and rod pod, but mostly beds. I'm always carrying old yoga mats. These girls are always getting rid of their old yoga mats. So yeah, so it's cool because they go to some carper somewhere, who's getting into it.
Well, that's a plus, really, because the people that you're talking about that you've came upon while they was carp fishing and everything, and didn't, maybe they didn't know anything about carp care. And maybe you helped them out. I can imagine how many people that you probably came in contact with that has seen you with the landing mat, and knowing that it's all about preserving that fish for the next person that's going to catch it.
Right.
Whether it's next week, next month, next year, or whatever. So kudos to you, man, for doing that, because you're I always, like I said a long time ago, reach one, teach one.
Yeah.
So you're sharing that knowledge with somebody, and then somebody else, they might share some knowledge with them, and that's how the word travels, about protecting,
Yeah, he literally opens the door for that person that would have otherwise always been shut, and then now that they're in the room, now they can open the door for other people. So for sure. That's pretty cool. Dave Outdoorsman would like to know, Lia, who did you have the most fun fishing with this year?
I don't want to pick anybody, so I'm gonna say everybody. But everybody, I think this year I met the most people that I've met out of like the years we've gone fishing. Especially now that I'm older, I feel like I've acquired more knowledge and like obtaining more about carp fishing. So hearing like my dad talk with these people, I'm able to familiarize myself more with it and like understand what they're saying better. But everybody was super fun. Everybody's like family. They all are just super nice. They always make fun of my dad to me, so that's like the best part of it. So they're all super funny people.
Yeah, it's cool. Like you're saying, like now that you're getting older, you're getting more familiar with people and you're expanding your carp knowledge, you're being more accepted by the carp community. And, me personally, I've just been accepted by the carp community over these last couple of years. So
we're not accepting you at all. Who are you?
I kind of understand what that feeling is like. It's cool, isn't it? When you start going fishing and, you start talking to some people, and some people that may not have talked to you, a couple years ago, now they're coming up to you and they're saying, hey, what do you think about this, or, where do you get your rods out here? They're just having some cool conversations with you. So, I want you to know, yeah, that's cool that I can share that feeling, and, that feeling of being accepted and joining the carp community is really cool. I'm really looking forward to what you guys do in these next couple of years. So now that it is 2026, do you guys have any big plans with the upcoming year? Any big campaigns planned or anything like that?
Just the tournaments. Last year, I forgot to mention. Last year, we both participated in like our first solo tournament. Okay. She went up to the St. Lawrence River. They have like the St. Lawrence Junior International Carp Tournament
every year,
and it was her last year of eligibility. But we wanted to make sure. It's funny. I can't believe I didn't find out about it before. But anyways, we made sure to get her up there. Her mom and I were like, we found out about it like almost only a couple weeks before, and we were able to score a ticket and make get an Airbnb. And that was super cool, man. Going up to see the St. Lawrence is truly a majestic body of water, and me, I was able to participate in the CAG Carp Classic in Coxsackie, New York, and that was fun. I met like some of the coolest carp dudes, guys that I had known on Facebook for a little bit, and it's like you said earlier, when you put a face to the name, and it all makes sense, and it's just it's cool, it's really cool.
Nice.
Paul Metz wants to know, he said, what was her favorite thing she learned this year? Well, obviously 2025, but
last year.
Yeah.
I think my favorite thing I learned is probably more about rigs.
Okay. And
like when to use certain baits in certain scenarios. I just feel like this year, I definitely became like we'd always go fishing, but he kind of just like, I was just fishing with him. But this year, really, I like learned more about the carp fishing and like really when to use certain baits and when not to.
Yeah, like this year I would be like, Leah, I need a double boilie on a hair rig, and she would, I need a white pop-up on a Ronnie, whatever it may be, and I can. Whereas before, she wasn't into it like that. Now, I can tell her. I mean, she's tying her own hair rigs now, stuff like that.
Nice.
Yeah, and, it's cool, man. When you have, like I said, everything is so much more fun when you got company.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and not only do you have company, now you have somebody to bounce off of. Now you have a teammate to throw out ideas like, hey, where do you think the fish are? Do you think they're over here? And she might be like, hey, Dad, I think the fish are 30 miles downriver or whatever, and you might be like, I think you're right.
And she does give me that feedback, and I love it, because like I mentioned earlier, like we really did come into fishing together. I don't have one more week of fishing experience than she does. We both literally started together. We didn't catch a fish for a year together. We caught our first perch together. Nice. So it's like in a way, she's kind of like truly my partner. It doesn't. So I guess it doesn't really feel like a dad-daughter thing sometimes, because we're like learning together sometimes, and I don't know. It's really cool when you do it like that. It's cool.
Yeah. Have you guys thought about starting a YouTube channel or anything like that?
Yeah, we claimed the name because my daughter, she's the one that kind of has been pushing me a little bit, but yeah, that common catch name. We started a YouTube. We haven't uploaded any videos, but we took the name on there, and we do plan on we just got a GoPro. I ended up getting her a GoPro last month, cool, so we're hopefully we could start filming these wild experiences that we have catching carp.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised how far they really go.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of people that you'd be surprised. Like Tommy said, you'd be surprised who actually wants to watch carp fishing. There's.
Well, not just that, but like, there's not a whole lot of women. I mean, there's a few, but there's not a lot of women out there that's gonna be able to sit there and teach someone.
Right.
I mean, there's a few out there. You got Jamie, then you got Amy.
Amy.
What's Amy's last name? I can't. We mess it up every time.
Oh, the woman from CAG.
Yeah, she's been on our podcast.
She's gonna get you guys again.
That name's suicidal, dude.
Yeah, it is. It can get you in trouble.
It will, and it's long. She's the.
Yeah, we see every now and then we'll see on YouTube like these cool videos of like these girls that down south that go noodling for catfish, and it's like girls like. Yeah.
I want to do that.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. I do want to shout out Christine quick.
Yeah.
So Leah's been seeing that sort of content since she was younger, and she's like, girls, they do crazy shit. It's just where you look. I guess.
Well, they're looking at I mean,
what?
They're looking in boxes. Them, most of the time, like when you're seeing them catfish like that,
noodling, yeah.
Yeah, they're they place boxes in the water. For these fish to go up in, or they find these caverns.
What?
Yeah.
Fake?
I mean, it's not fake.
It's not fake.
It's like staged.
Yeah. I would not think that.
It's like, let me put this home here, and
No, because
come back in
I'm
a couple
watching
days.
these people. They're actually rednecks. I watch these rednecks going down there, or Cajuns, whatever you want to call them. And they're down there. They're using their feet.
Yeah, they
looking
got
for the hole.
The hole in the box that they put in the
water. Man.
All right.
I mean, you're breaking my heart. You think that?
I do think that. I don't think it.
They got me thinking.
Because there's no way I wouldn't do it. Ain't about to come back.
Well, a lot of people
get bit off by a turtle. What if there's a turtle in there and
that's what I'm saying.
Fingers off? I'm not doing it. I don't think you could pay me to stick my hand in nothing like that.
It'd be scary.
It would be. I mean,
I still do it.
I don't think I. You would. James would do it.
I would.
I've seen James eat night crawlers. Some of the most nastiest flavors that you could possibly even drink or even taste. He's done it.
It's not one of my prouder moments.
But I do want to know, with 2026 here, what is next, James?
Getting through life.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got to take care of all those puppies over there.
Yeah, I got puppies. Anybody want a puppy? I got a bunch of my gosh. So what do you guys...
picture. You got beautiful puppies over there.
Yeah, thank you. My dog, somehow they hooked up.
Yeah, somehow just...
I don't know how that happens, but I didn't like it, but they did. And...
Now you have 11.
I ended up with 11 puppies.
You got 10 now, right? No, 8?
Oh, I got 8 now. I got rid of.
Is it like the yellowish one? You still got that one?
With the light brown color one?
No, it's like a tan color a little bit.
Yeah, the fawn one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's... Tia's got claims to it. She's like, I need to find a good home for this one.
Of course, that's the one.
Yeah.
I'm just ready to get rid.
Right.
Oh, you want it?
No, I don't want it. No, I'm going to get a cat.
Get a cat?
Yeah, a cat can take care of itself when I go fishing.
Yeah. That's why I keep it. Do you guys prefer lakes or rivers more?
Me personally, I'd say rivers are fun.
Yeah.
River fish are fun. They're just like, they're more of like a fight.
Yeah.
They give more of a fight. And I think the funniest part is you'll fight them and it'll feel like a 30-pounder, but then you pull them up and it's like a small, like 12-pounder.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like fighting them more. It gives more joy out of it.
How about you, Sam?
I would say river fishing because the lakes here, they're like heavily patrolled and you can't really do overnights. I mean, Don't get me wrong, guys do them anyway, but like the river fishing, I like some of the guys I hang out with on the CTR, they're always on the river, and I think it's really cool. Yeah. It's funny. It goes back to that bivvy thing. I can't count how many times I've fallen asleep while fishing, like on a chair around a campfire. having a bivvy that I never pull out ever. You know what I mean?
That's one less thing that you don't have to put up when you actually do leave.
Yeah, that's the thing about the bivvy. That's
now,
the
if you
worst
know you're
part.
going to stay all night or a couple days, the bivvy definitely
I
goes.
tell you, I'd rather just throw up a canopy. Really, a canopy seems to keep the moisture off of you and all that stuff, and have a nice little bed chair or one of those gravity chairs.
Yeah,
It depends on how bugs are.
Like, let's just pop hats to the car.
Yeah, that's.
There's never even ground either, dude. It's like the bivvies are like for like European swims where everything is flat and prepared for you.
Oh, you guys are all jagged areas.
Right.
That's just like when I was in New York. Like we stood on the bank and everything, but our rods was 15, 20 feet out in the water, all of them.
Yeah, I sat in a chair
So
off my waders most of the time.
Every time we caught a fish, you know what I mean? Like we're running through water.
I was gonna say it was a lot of time. It was me and my waders running, going fish.
Yeah, because I've already got my socks and stuff off because I'm trying to get dry because I just came out of the water and then boom, the other rod takes off.
Do you guys is there so many feet you guys have to do when you guys in terms like that? How far can you cast?
As far as you can put it.
Okay, because some tournaments I know they might have a limit.
Yeah,
how far you go out.
So like
to the
you
water.
couldn't cast straight down the bank, but you can cast straight out.
You can cast straight out or towards an angle like that.
You have like a
There's a barrier.
like
There's
a fan-sized window where it's like diagonal this way, and then it like spreads all the way up. But you can go as far as you can as long as you're within
like
those
I
side
said, you got
perimeters.
some of them guys out there like that can cast 300 yards like it ain't nothing, and they're throwing the naked and afraid out there as far as they can get them, and they was killing it. Just
nuts.
killing it. I mean, we caught hella fish. Don't get us wrong. We caught a lot of 20-pound fish.
Lia, that tournament that you did, that junior tournament, what place did you come in?
I didn't place, unfortunately. I didn't end up catching anything actually.
Okay.
But I would say I was a little bit bummed. I was actually very bummed out about it. But I think it was it gave me more of an experience of like not having my dad's help at all, but also like accepting that sometimes the carp aren't there. And regardless of how many times, because I mean we tried countless rigs. Like we put on a lot, and within those days, and so, but sometimes they're just not there. But it was fun. It was fun. It was fun being around younger kids that liked carp fishing as much. Like I feel like up here, at least like where we've been around, there's not that many kids that are into it. Yeah. But up there was like a bunch of kids everywhere, like super small 5-year-olds, super excited to catch. Like they had like 20-pound fish.
That's cool.
But it was a nice environment. Definitely.
We have a father and daughter team here in Indianapolis, the Harper family, and it was. I watched this girl grow up for a long time with her father, you know, and they're always team, you know, side by side fishing all the time. But then this year she did a solo trip herself. Her father was like way on the other side of the river, and she was by herself, and it was kind of cool watching her all these years. Her father's there beside her, but she wanted to do a little solo by herself, and she succeeded.
She's learned.
She's learned.
Yeah, it was really cool.
And just watching her where
her
her dad wasn't there, and she just, I mean, he was proud to see that moment. You know what I mean? Yeah. But
one of the coolest things about experience, in my opinion, sort of as time goes on, is just that you learn to like not beat yourself up as an angler. You kind of accept that, oh, the fish just aren't here today, and then that stops. Like I remember when I first started, I'd have crazy 8-hour sessions in the sun in the same spot. Where today I would never give that spot more than a couple hours, you know, and that sort of stuff just comes with like hours of fishing and, you know, being able to recognize stuff.
Yeah, I had it broken down to me like this, like what's the most percentage that we can give ourselves to catch a fish, you know, because there is that randomness element, you know, we can't go down there and hook the fish on. So if we give ourselves, you know, 65% chance to catch a fish, then we're good. If we feel like we've done that 65% chance and that's all we can do, then we're good. We're fishing. We have to leave that other, 35% chance up to the fish. And that way, we don't head case ourselves, because I'm one of those anglers that I'll go into my tackle box, throw on every single pop-up, every single hook bait, every flavor, every rig, every presentation, and I will go crazy. And then the original thing was, I just had to bring this piece of corn back 5 yards off the drop off, and that's all it was. Yeah. So I think the 65% chance allows us to not head case ourselves.
Like Justin said, 90% luck, 10% skill.
I heard that a lot. When you guys go to a swim, is it, in your guys' opinion, do you do this at every swim that you're at? How often do you decide to rebait? Time wise, 30 minutes, an hour, or you just wait till one decides to pick up and you just go with it and just rebait again.
I think that has a lot to do with your rig. So I've worked on my presentation to where I'm comfortable.
Right.
That I try to eliminate all sorts of variables, like the weight falling on top of the hook when I'm using a method feeder, for example.
Right.
Just stuff like that. And once you figure it out, and the more confidence you have in your rig, the more you'll be willing to leave it out there. But mind you, if I'm fishing pack bait in the summer, I don't mind throwing a couple casts out there just to, quote unquote, bait the spot up a little bit or whatever. But in the winter, you feed less. But yeah, as far as recasting, I can. I'm one of those guys. I'll leave a pack ball out there for a couple hours. It depends on the water conditions too.
Right.
But
it does.
But recasting every 15. It's just one of those things that you gain through fishing a lot of hours. It's just like, I don't need to be that paranoid about my rig. It's okay. It's out there. If the fish is swimming by, you kind of learn that what you're giving them, if they swim by, they're going to eat it, and if nothing's ate it, then maybe nothing is swam by,
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, it's all about rig confidence, PBA bags are the best. Dude. Those I will dude, those I will leave out there for hours, dude. If I have, because I've been using solid PBA bags a lot, and I'm so confident in how they look once they're down there, that if the water condition, given the water conditions, if they're right, I will leave that thing out there, forever, But usually it doesn't take that long to catch fish.
So when you guys, obviously you guys are fishing different swims, I'm assuming. Do you guys pre-plan? And not just pre-plan, but pre-bait? Like, so if you guys know you're going to go out there Friday and you guys are going to do a 5 or 6 hour session, do you guys go to that swim previously to that day and actually chum? That way, when you do go Friday, it could possibly bring, that could have brought fish in Thursday or Wednesday whenever you chum them, and they could still be in that area. That way, when you do come and start fishing, it might give you a better chance of actually catching.
Yeah, dude, chumming is one of those super weird things where I do it all the time, but I've had times where I'll chum one time the day before and catch a ton of fish the next day. And I've had other days where I'll chum like a week straight, leading up to a big campaign, and like not caught a single thing. So chumming is one of those things in carp fishing that I've got like varied results from, it's like your mileage may vary when you're chumming. Yeah, weird. I guess it's very swim dependent too, but I've definitely had times where I bait a whole week and don't catch anything the whole weekend, so so it can pay off in my experience, but it can also not pay off and be really time consuming.
I think I call that over chumming.
Over chumming?
Yeah, I was gonna say, in my experience, I feel like it's the timing of how you do it. If you can show up and you get into a time where you just threw all that chum out in the week and you get it before the fish hit it again that day, then you're gonna slay them. You're gonna catch a lot of fish. But if you get there, after the time that they hit that bait that day, you're not gonna catch anything. So it's very frustrating because, like you're saying, we're throwing all this bait in, and some of the times, we get God sessions, and sometimes we get blanks. And in my experience, what I've deduced is I think it's down to the timing.
Yeah. And I think the river movement too. If you're fishing in a river, if some of that pack's being washed down, or if you're in like an eddy, to where the water's not moving the bait out, so it's kind of staying in that area.
Yeah, I guess a general rule for me now is just the longer the session, the higher a chance of me pre-baiting. If I'm going out for a day now, I usually don't pre-bait, honestly. If it's just for a day session, but if I'm planning to be out there for overnight, or we'll bait up,
Yeah.
We'll bait up.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Anybody else out there got a question for him?
Yeah, I think Fred Powers did want to know, Leah, what rods do you use, or what is your favorite rod to use?
So far, from me taking account into what's going on, I feel like the Sonics are really nice. I like how skinny they are. From like, my hands are smaller, so like having a really thick rod, it's a lot harder to deal with the fish and the carp and like fighting them, but having the Sonic rods are really nice. And we used to have the set reels when we used to carp, when we used to fish before.
Oh, we used to have bait runners.
Yeah, we used to have bait runners.
You flip that little button on the back.
Yeah, it was nice, but I think now I would say I wouldn't prefer them as much. I like the interactive playing with the fish. Yeah.
So
I remember
quick drag now?
When I first got quick drags, I was like, Leah, I was worried. I was like, I don't know how quickly she would get it, but immediately it took one fish, and she immediately got the turning and how to play the fish, and and she's played giant fish now, like so.
Well,
she gets it.
She hasn't hit a 37.
Oh man, we've had some near misses though.
Yeah, she'll get there. She's got her PB's bigger than some of the PBs that some people that I know. I ain't gonna say no names or nothing, you know what I mean?
Actually, I don't talk to you no more.
Colin Davies did want to know, you were talking about you guys got your rigs down, Leah's able to, tie all those rigs. You could say, I want a Ronnie with a white pop-up, or, I need a hair rig with double boilie. What are both of your go-to rigs? And then for that rig, what is your favorite hook bait?
Pop-up.
Yeah, I use pop-ups like you wouldn't believe. I mean, I use pop-ups in the spring. I know some guys say use them in the winter, use them in the summer, you'll hear different things. I just use them literally every time I go fishing. Like I have, and pop-ups are wafters. I like the wafter presentation where, the hook is laying down and you just got the little thing popping up. My favorite hook bait, man, Fred Powers used to make these hook baits, dude, these yellow little pop-ups that I still have. I still have a jar that I pull out especially like when I really need to catch a fish, and I'll pull those out. But now I've been using the drop back sour pine.
Ooh.
I've caught I won a jar of those at the CCC, so I got to use them for like months before they were released to for sale.
Yeah.
And man, dude, I forget, the CCC was in September, I believe. From October to December, we absolutely smashed fish on those drop back baits. So that's my current flavor.
Nice.
Cool.
Oh, and then for pack bait, I gotta say, I use bottom feeder baits.
Oh, thanks.
That's all. I've been using bottom feeder baits exclusively since like November. Since I met Dave, Outdoor Dave.
Who's Dave?
Yeah, he put. Yeah,
Dave's awesome, man.
Good day. Yeah. So ever since then, dude, I really have been using just bottom feeder baits. It's just
Nice.
I find it easier than have to track down the ingredients separately, and the way that specifically the cocaine breaks down underwater. Because I do a lot of tank test. I know this sounds super nerdy, but I have a little 5-gallon tank at home in which I I test every hair, Ronnie, PVA, everything. And the pack bait, that carp cocaine, the way it breaks up is lovely. And I think that the carp love it, you know.
Yeah, we're hopefully have some more.
He does have a good product. I really does, man. I can honestly say, like, I remember when Jim Dowling first, when he first started Bottom Feeder Baits, man, and me and our another teammate, Jeremy Burdine, we was blessed to become, the first pro staff, for Bottom Feeder Baits. So that was actually pretty cool, man, to have the video of Jim Dowling, introducing us and everything like that, and to see where it's going now. Like, James has kept it alive, you know what I mean? Like, it's. I mean, the product speaks for itself. So,
I appreciate you guys liking that. Appreciate that.
Yeah, hopefully, we love it.
Hopefully, we have some more of that up there soon to get his store.
Yeah, don't stop sending them to Ben's Tackle Shack because that's where I get them. So,
I'm sure he'll have, if he's out, he'll have some soon.
Oh, yeah, we're gonna have to start sending him thousands of pounds at a time or something, because every time we send you guys a shipment, it's gone within 2-3 days. So,
well, that just goes to show you the proof is in the pudding.
Yeah, I'm glad they like it.
Yeah, I'm like a prepper with that stuff. I'll freaking save it up and bags of it in like gallon buckets.
It's definitely a good product. I mean, all the products are good. They all, we've tested them all.
I'm like
from
really
pickups to.
I'm really impressed with the Addiction Blend now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm loving that Addiction Blend.
Yeah, I love Addiction Blend.
Yeah.
And that tournament blend's good too.
I feel like we're lucky in the U.S. A lot of these independent bait makers are really good stuff. The stuff that I've had the least amount of luck with is European stuff, European boilies, European pellet, whatever. But when I use, bottom feeder baits or these some of these independent boilie guys from here in the U.S., that's like the best stuff that there is, in my opinion. I've gotten my hands on, so.
Yeah, I'm not quite understanding with when the Europeans start sending stuff over here. I feel like it's they're leaving a certain ingredient out to probably maybe cause make the shelf life longer.
It's the freedom.
I don't know.
Freedom.
I think it has a lot to do with they I'm not saying like they're like here eat.
Yeah.
But over there they pretty much force feed the fish. Like they're dumping hundreds and thousands of pounds of bait in these lakes to get these fish to be 70, 80 pounds.
Yeah, and you got to think,
And you're like, how does a fish get that big in a place that small?
Mm-hmm. And they don't have, they are fishing, syndicate waters, private waters where they only have carp in there, so their baits, they don't have to worry about the bluegill, the catfish, the crayfish like we have to worry about. I mean, you got to think, you throw in 2 kilo of boilies, especially if they're fish meal boilies. I mean, a half to 3/4 of those are probably getting eaten by your big catfish, your channels. I mean, how many times do you throw out boilies and you catch a channel catfish and his stomach's like that, just full of your boilies? So,
They've been out there swimming and eating all of it.
Mm-hmm.
Loving it.
Well, I guess we're going to get to the time.
Yeah, we are coming towards the end of the show. Is there any shout-outs or anything that you guys want to give?
I guess I want to give a shout out to Brian, who I mentioned earlier, the guy who let me take a carp off his rod pod and got me into it.
Nice.
Dude, every carp guy that I've met that's given me a bit of knowledge or let me hang out with them or anyone who's taken me to their secret spots, you guys know who you are if you're listening to this. I appreciate all of you guys. And then now that my daughter's been getting older, I've been bringing her around more, and then it's the same thing. These guys are just extending that kindness to her now, and I love that. And we love that, and we've been out together now with certain anglers that have taken us out to certain places, and it's been sweet, man. Because I, as an individual, I only know so much, having a couple of years in the game, but these guys that know carp, they're so nice and they're willing to help always,
Sweet.
So shout out to all those guys.
Anytime too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody on our team, I'm sure you can reach out to any of us, man. If you have any questions, anybody on our team be willing to help you out in any way that we can.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the whole point of it. You know, we got to
Maybe
be a
one of these
community.
times, maybe these years, you guys can come down to the chili meat that we have every year.
Speaking of drop back, he just showed up.
Yeah, there he is.
Oh yeah, shout out, drop. That's been my flavor for the past couple months for sure, dude. But yeah, everybody, y'all are the carp community is the best. It's truly the best.
I agree.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys for coming on. Thank you for your time. It was a great show. We loved having you on.
Anything that she wants to add?
I just would agree with my dad. Yeah, I feel like all his friends that I've met and fished with have invited me, taken me in. Like, don't exclude me from the conversations. You know, they ask me what I think, or they'll give me their own input. And definitely people that I'm glad that I'm like growing up with, especially like learning more about carp and obtaining their knowledge. So yeah, thank you to all the people that I've fished with.
Yeah, real quick question, Lia. What does your friends think about you carp fishing and catching these big, beautiful carp?
That's a good one.
I would say for the most part, everybody's always like just surprised because I'm like the smallest one and all my friends out of all my friends. So every time I'll send them a photo of me with like a 30-pound fish, they're always like, Lia, that's literally the size of you. Like, what are you doing with the fish that big? And they're always, but yeah, my friends, I don't really have friends that are involved with it, but I do have a few that are like, oh, take me. And like they're so like fascinated by my dad's like involvement with carp and like with fishing and stuff. But yeah, all my friends have always been, they've always thought it was super cool. Yeah.
Cool. Just wait until you take one of them friends with you that asks you, that says they want to go and teach them. And once you teach them, you're going to have that same effect that your dad had with you. Because now you're going to have somebody underneath you that you're going to mentor and try to teach. And, you know, and the good thing about that is like something I didn't have. I didn't have somebody to teach me anything.
Yeah, maybe
as far as carp care and everything like that. So that's a lot of knowledge that you're going to be able to.
Maybe later on in the future, you could teach your boyfriend or husband, how to fish or something. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully that man is familiar with the fishing rod. I'll tell you.
All right. Well, guys, I really appreciate you guys coming on the show. It's great to meet a father and daughter team. I always say, family fishes together, stays together. Thank you for sharing some of your knowledge. Really appreciate you guys. And just telling me about your guys' story. Really appreciate that.
I appreciate you guys and hope you guys.
Thanks for having us, guys.
Big TBs this year.
Yeah. Don't let your dad steal out fish from you again.
Yeah. Hey, tell him to stay on his own rods.
Fight for it.
Right, fight.
Or don't fall asleep in front of your rods.
I'm watching you.
We appreciate you guys being on the show.
Right on. Have a great night, guys.
And we'll talk to you.
All right, you too.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Wow.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
Like I say, you don't see too many of the whole family gets out there. That's what's up.
Yeah, that's really like I said, you don't really see that often these days.
Yeah.
This year, my daughter's 3 now. She's already
See you.
She's already saying,
right there.
I want to go fishing.
That's what my dad had me out there.
So this year, I will have my daughter on the banks with me.
Cool. That'll be fun.
I'm looking forward to it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I know at first she ain't gonna be into fishing. She's just gonna be like being around the water. But I'm gonna try
have her play in the bait and stuff like that.
I'm gonna try to instill it in her. You know what I mean?
Have her making little pack balls.
Yeah,
it'll be
she's
fun.
Already, and she's smart as a whistle, so I can't wait for that.
Yeah, shout out to everybody behind us, all the banners: Carp Angler, Big Money Beepers, Team Fish Fighters, Carpy Commando, USA CARP Guide, West Coast Bait Boats, Carp Angler Group, and as always, Bottom Feeder Fates and Team Fish Fighters. Shout out Ben's Tackle Shack.
RW, One On. MJs, all of them. Anybody that supports us, we appreciate you guys.
That's what it's all about.
And if you haven't got a booth already, get a hold of myself, James, or Daniel, or anybody else on the team.
Any of us, for the.
We still have booths available.
Oh my gosh, the list has grown. We got a lot of carp anglers coming here to one in Indianapolis. A lot. I mean, and it's bigger and. This year, I guarantee it's going to be bigger and better, especially the whole wild Carp League. I mean, they're going.
Yeah, a lot of wild water. From what I'm seeing, there's gonna be some
World
wild
Classic
water.
Bait's going to be there.
Yeah, it's
Wicked
gonna be a lot of fun.
there. You got the Big Money Beepers are going to be there. You got
Johnny's Juice is gonna
Johnny
be
Juice
there.
is going to be there.
101
RW.
they're always gonna be there.
Man, I mean, a lot.
Bottom Feeder Baits is going to be there.
Bottom here. What's that? But I mean, it's a lot of them. Even people, anglers. I mean, we got the guy from Ohio. So he's bringing his whole truckload again of all his wild carp gear. And somebody else said got another big old truck coming too. I mean, there's a lot of people. West Coast Bait Boat's going to be there.
It'll be a lot of fun.
And Team Fish Fighters, we're always taking donations.
USA CARP guys are.
Yeah, we'll be there.
And we say this every year. It does not have to be carp related for you to donate something to the team that we're going to put on the raffle table and be able to use that money to buy trophies for White River Tationals, all that stuff. You know, so.
But wow, great show, guys. That was awesome. High fives. Boom. All right, man.
Right on. Tight lines,
Good way to
everybody.
start off the new year.
That'll be it.